We always think of the tech world as this massive battlefield, right? Giants like Apple, Amazon, and Tesla, they're all locked in this constant war for our attention and our money. But what if that's only half the picture? What if, behind the scenes, their biggest rivalries are actually their most profitable partnerships?
And that's the big question we're going to dig into. Is it really a zero-sum game where one wins and everyone else loses? Or is it a much, much more complex dance where everybody kind of wins together? To get to the bottom of it, we're actually going to follow a story from our source material that pulls back the curtain on this whole hidden reality. All right, so our story kicks off in a pretty surprising place. Not in some high-tech lab or a boardroom, but on a simple walk through a park. So let me introduce you to Hana Kim. As she's walking through the park, she's not just, looking at the scenery. She's really noticing the tech that is all around her. The phones people are using, the cars driving by, this invisible web that just connects everything. And boom, that's when this incredible idea just clicks for her. And this is her big insight. This crazy, intense competition between the tech giants, it isn't really about destroying each other. It's actually making them all stronger. This constant race to be the best, to innovate, it ends up improving everyone's platform, and that creates a cycle that just lifts up the entire tech economy. So what is this virtuous cycle she's seeing? Let's take a second and break down this key economic idea, because honestly, it explains so much about how the modern tech world actually works. Put simply, a virtuous cycle is just when good things lead to more good things, over and over in a loop. It's like a feedback loop of pure positivity. In the tech world, this means one company's success doesn't have to mean another one fails. Instead, it can kickstart this huge wave of growth that everyone gets to ride. Okay, so this slide just maps it out perfectly. It all starts with that fierce competition we see every day. That drives crazy fast innovation. You get better phones, faster services, smarter cars. That innovation then enhances their platforms, right? Which makes them way more attractive to us. And now here's the kicker, the final step, mutual growth. Just think about it for a second. A better app store on your iPhone makes it easier to buy cool Tesla stuff from Amazon. See? It's all connected. Okay, theory is great and all, but our story really brings this to life with a perfect everyday example. Let's see how this whole thing actually looks in a new scene. So now we find Hana in a museum cafe in New York. She decides to do a little online shopping, and it's right here in this totally normal moment that this big, abstract idea of a virtuous cycle suddenly becomes totally crystal clear. So check this out. Here's what goes down. She pulls out her Apple iPhone to shop on Amazon for some new accessories for her Tesla. And just like that, you've got three giant competing companies all playing a part in one single seamless purchase. This isn't a battle. It's more like a perfectly choreographed dance. And this table just breaks it down so well. Apple provides the device, right, which locks her deeper into its ecosystem. Amazon gives her the marketplace to buy from and, of course, takes its cut. And Tesla sells its product, extending its brand. Every single one of them wins from this one little transaction. It's incredible. This is her big aha moment. She realizes that competition and cooperation, they aren't opposites here. They're two sides of the very same coin. There's actually a word for this idea, co-opetition, that strategy where competitors actually work together to get mutual benefits. Now, this isn't just some fun observation. It's a realization that has real-world consequences, and it completely changes how Hana sees the entire market. Because understanding this hidden collaboration, it just flips her entire investment strategy on its head. Instead of trying to pick just one winner in this supposed war, she starts to see the power of betting on the whole ecosystem. So what's her move? She invests in all three, Apple, Amazon, and Tesla. Her investment isn't a bet on a single horse, it's a bet on the whole race. She's banking on the idea that their shared growth is way more powerful than their individual rivalries. And this slide, man, it just nails the whole point. We're so used to this old view, tech as some kind of gladiator arena where there can only be one survivor. But the new view, the one Hana discovered, sees tech more like an interconnected ecosystem, maybe like a rainforest where all these different species actually depend on each other to thrive. So the big takeaway here is this. The next time you see some headline about the smartphone wars or the streaming wars, just remember that behind the scenes, these giants are often working together, profiting from each other's success in this really complex web of co-opetition. And that leaves us with one last question for you. Think about your own day. Did you maybe use Google Maps on your iPhone? Or watch a YouTube video on a Samsung TV? Maybe you bought something on Amazon for your Windows PC. How many times today did you unknowingly help these rivals collaborate? It's something to think about, isn't it?